lot of the power of quantified self is giving you the permission to reflect. I paused on purpose, right? Productivity, boom, boom, ha. What about looking at yourself? You're worth it. I think it. How data is getting personal quickly. Let me give you this. This is from MIT. These are accelerometers inside ice cubes. Accelerometers in your mobile phone right now, a smartphone. It lets you know when your phone goes like this. Why this is, I start off with this. You're probably not going to use this for a while. These ice cubes know when you lift them up, it indicates, and the ice cubes change color depending on how much you've drank. So it starts off green, it goes yellow, it goes red. You've had too much to drink, it's red. Pretty simple. Why data is personal, right? You hear the term big data. Big data is a marketing term. It's a fine marketing term. Little data. Little data is what I'm interested in. The intimate personal data. Why is data going to be unleashed in the personal data economy? Simple, because this type of data is going to be out there. And people are going to say, wait a second, I kind of want to protect the data about how I drink. They're going to be more aware of it. Now, let me also tell you the functionality of this. Yeah, it's cool that it turns from green, yellow to red. But what does it also mean? You're telling your social circle, I could use your help. When I'm at yellow, I won't know that I should stop. I mean, I'll see it. You can say, hey, maybe John, you should stop drinking. When it turns red, very simple, through GPS nearby, to text a cab. And it turns red, a cab automatically picks you up. It automatically deducts from your credit card. It's the easy pass of drinking, right? And the cab takes you home, and you go to tip the cabbie, and the cab driver's going to say, it's okay, your ice cubes already tipped me. And say hi to your fridge for me, I love his blog. I have this app, you can try it out if you want, MIT, it's called Cardio, C-A-R-D-I-I-O. I point it at my face, any skin color, if the light in the room is high enough, it gives you your heart rate. Okay? Personal data is here. Unleashing it is fine, that's great, it's already here. This app, you point at your face, and it gives you your heart rate. So let me give you my first big opportunity, because I love to give like all the fun geeky stuff. Here's your first opportunity I know working in tech, because I have much more fun thinking about the cultural ramifications of tech. That tool is designed to measure your heart rate for health. How I would use it if I was single, because I'm happily married, I'm married up, thank you God. I would take it on 10 dates. And halfway through the date, I'd sneak off to the bathroom and I'd measure, I wonder if this girl made my heart rate go up. Oh, it didn't. My heart rate didn't go up. I guess I don't love this woman, right? Let me reiterate, that sounds crazy, right? Start to measure your heart rate. There's wristbands that can measure your sweat to see when you're stressed. Start to measure vocal patterns. On our committee, there's a guy from the University of Cambridge that's created an app called Emotion Sense. It measures 20 different aspects of your emotion through the timbre of your voice. Right? So if I'm yelling like this, sine wave patterns. If I'm whispering like this, sine wave patterns. I'm talking to my wife. That intimacy is different than the intimacy of my voice with my kids. Can we quantify emotions? That is your decision to say. My answer is kind of, right? So the big opportunity is don't think about tools the way that they're introduced. I'm not saying don't honor the people that created it, but be aware that people are going to take this tool, and that's how they're going to use it. They're also going to take the cardio tool and go around the office and be like, my manager, every time I talk to him, my heart rate goes up. He stresses me out. And they'll prove it. I've dated for the last 3 months that you really get on my nerves. No, literally, you get on my nerves. And I kid you not, it's going to be 2 months. Someone's going to sue their company based on data. You stress me out. You're killing me. Literally, you're killing me. On the positive side, managers, someone who walks in a room, and we all have people like this in our life. Their emotional intelligence is off the charts, but they don't get paid for it. But they walk in a room and everyone's like, oh, I love Betty. Betty, come in the room. Betty, tell a joke. We love Betty. Heart rates go down. Stress goes down. Why should she not get measured? Why should she not get valued? Well, it's kind of freaky to measure that. Okay, but you're measuring the other people. Why can't you measure her? So let me be clear. The quantified self movement, and by the way, quantified self is an actual term created by Kevin Kelly and Gary Wolf of Wired Magazine. It's a blog. I recommend you start reading it avidly if you're in a brand, quantifiedself.org. Basically, it's this idea of measuring yourself, but you've done it for years. If you have a checkbook, if you have a scale, if you have fat pants, oh, I'm gaining a couple, I have to put on my fat pants. That's quantified self, right? You don't need all these great tools. This is going to mature faster than social media. I've been in new media since 2005, given hundreds of talks like this, big, Intimate, P&G, HP, all these great people. Let me be clear. I now call social media media, just media. I might call it Facebook so you know what I'm talking about. This is going to be so much faster because people are going to say, I'm wearing my Fitbit. I have my jawbone. I don't want to take 60 hours out of my life and not look at it. I want to know what stresses me out at work. It's going to be faster. Your opportunity is to go back to your employees and say, you know how we created a social media policy years ago? What do you guys think of a quantified self policy? People are going to go, I don't even know what that word means. You're going to be smart, right? These types of augmented reality glasses can also see biometric data. So what that means is the military right now, that cardio app I explained, I can look at my face and see my heart rate. Military can wear this, see data about you by using facial recognition technology, and then also see is your heart rate going up in such a way that you're freaked out because I'm a cop, and that's one pattern, or you're freaked out because you've done something wrong. That's a different pattern. So you're starting to see when this becomes consumer, why it's going to unleash your personal data economy. This is what people are going to start to see. I call this the outer net instead of the internet, right? What all the stuff, all the functional stuff, which is great. How to get from A to B, Google Maps, love it. How to find, the time, all those things. But also from an advertising standpoint, I have this idea of what's called virtual advertising rights. This world is going to be the ether to sort of paint on. You in this room, you can go back, you define your personal data economy. What's your word? What I mean is when you go back to your employees, when you go back to your people who buy your product, and I don't mean if you make widgets to call someone like the widgetettes. I mean, what's the new word? Is it creator? What are these people that are not consumers? Stop defining them like consumers. I don't use the word anymore. I don't think you should either. You want to unleash the data economy, have the right vocabulary around that economy, or it will create its own economy without you being a part of it. That's how we get happy.